Hey guys, Joel here with another video. Today we're going to be painting those mirrors. I'm going to completely disassemble them, probably throw them in the sandblaster, throw some primer on them, and then spray paint them black because I don't want to keep any of that green. So we'll completely disassemble them and get that taken care of and then throw them back on the car. With taking them apart, there is 3 Torx bits that are tucked behind here. There's one there. One in the corner down here, and then one on this corner. So just those 3 Torx bits, and then all of that will pull out. So we'll get that all taken care of, throw it in the sandblaster, and get them painted up. Here are both of the mirrors disassembled. Looks like the previous owner had pulled off the actual glass, but not actually disassembled the complete mirror when he did it because of there being green on the padding and everything. So we'll get those sanded down and then throw some paint on it and we'll be set. too sure as to the sandblaster, whether it would cause issues with the plastic with any pitting or anything, but the mirrors actually turned out pretty good, and it left a little bit of a rough edge for the paint to stick to. I went over it with some 230 grit sandpaper just to be 100% sure on that. But then I ended up doing 3 layers of paint and 2 layers of clear. There's going to be quite a bit of orange peel on them just because, spray paint and spray on clear and everything. So I will decide as to whether I want to wet sand that out and everything. The rest of the car is quite a bit of orange peel from the previous owner doing the paint job, so we'll see on that. But I'm gonna let those mirrors sit overnight just to make sure everything solidifies, and then put them back together and we can put it back on the car. So it's the next day here. I gave the mirrors some time to harden up with the paint and the clear. This is how they turned out. Definitely far from perfect. Got a lot of orange peel and just lots of different dust that got in it as well. I'm not gonna worry about wet sanding them just due to the fact that the rest of the paint on the car is looking pretty bad. So we'll get these thrown back together and then put them back on the car and be all set there. Alright guys, after a lot of fiddle farting around with it, finally got the mirrors back in to get that clasp around it, to get it to hold in and everything. Is quite a pain. Now these definitely are far from perfect. Like I said, a lot of orange peel and runs and stuff, but in terms of the whole car, it all looks like that. So this is kind of just a temporary solution. Eventually I'm going to go through repainting the whole car, and when I do that, obviously these mirrors will be taken care of. So this was just temporary fix, get rid of that green. It looked really stupid. We'll get these thrown back on the car and be all set with that and move on to the next project. the outcome of the mirrors. That driver's side mirror ended up falling and getting a little scuffed up and everything, but by no means are they perfect. So it's just temporary until I end up going through and repainting the whole car. So I just threw it back together, but no more green. There's not going to be any more visible green. When I throw the front bumper back on, it'll cover up any remnants on that front intercooler and the bar that holds it up. So we're not trying to get it to complete perfection right now. We're just trying to get it back together and running good and not looking like complete crap. So got rid of all the green. I ended up messaging that guy on that GSX. He never responded. So I think we're just going to go with that engine build. Next step is getting all those parts in for the motor. So I need to order all those up still, and then we can start building it. And at that point, throw it back in. We'll have to do some new upper control arms, because when I end up pulling the control arms off to get everything apart, it ended up spinning the ball joints and everything, so those are all screwed up, so I'll have to get those as well. So we need to get the engine internals, gaskets, we need to get a clutch, ECU, either a DSM link or standalone, upper control arms, and then that should be the list for what we need. There might be a few other small things along the way, but that is, main necessity there. So I'll end up ordering them in increments, doing the engine parts and everything, then get in the clutch and the ECU. And then, obviously at that point we'll have to get it tuned and everything. So if you like the video and you like the black over the green. Personally, I thought the green looked really stupid, so I wanted to change that. Comment if you have any ideas on the build or anything like that, and subscribe if you'd like to continue to see the build. Like I said, I'm going to go through and do that full engine build and go from there. So we will see you guys in the next one.